Uh, Good afternoon, respected dignitaries, distinguished participants, and my fellow researchers. My name is Prashotam in Tourism and Hospitality Management from Maharaja Agrawal University. Today I'm presenting a paper, a multi-stakeholder analysis of vocational hospitality and tourism education in Himachal Pradesh, implications for skill development and employability outcome. To begin with, the hospitality and tourism sector is one of the growing sector globally, indicating 1.5 to 3 billion international tourist arrival. In the Indian context, the sector has recorded 9.95 million foreign tourists in 2024. Specifically, Himachal Pradesh attracts around 18 million domestic tourists in 2024, making tourism a major source of employment and economic growth. This highlights the growing importance of skilled manpower in this sector. Despite this growth, a major challenge exists between the education and industry expectations. Educational institutional majorly focus on the theoretical knowledge with limited practical exposures, while the industry demands for the practical skills and skills required communication, problem solving, customer care, adaptability. And there is a need of strong alignment between education skills and industry requirement. Coming to the research gap, existing research may mainly focus on service quality, curriculum, and student satisfactions, and is often limited to a single stakeholder perspectives. There is a lack of studies that consider multiple stakeholders such as student, faculty, and industry professional together. Additionally, there are very few region-specific studies in Himachal Pradesh, despite tourism being a key economic driver. This studies addresses this gap by adopting a multi-stakeholder approach and examining the alignment between the educations and industry needs. This study is guided by the four main objectives: to examine the stakeholder perceptions of the quality of vocational hospitality and tourism education in Himachal Pradesh. Second, to analyze the relationship between the practical training, skill development, and employability. Third, to assess the impact of curriculum, quality, practical training, and skill developments on employability outcomes. And finally, to identify gap and suggestions. Based on these objectives, five hypotheses were developed, focusing on stakeholders, differences, and the relationship between the training, skills, and employability, including the mediating role of skill. This slide presents the conceptual framework of the study. Practical training is considered independent variable. Skill development is considered mediating variables. Employability is considered dependent variables. The model proposes the training influence employability both directly and indirectly through skill development. So the continue with the same slide, stakeholder perspective has been taken from students, faculty, and industry professionals. This study is supported by human capital theory, which was given by Gary Wecker, and experiential learning theory, which was given by Cove, and the stakeholder theory, which was designed by Edward Freeman in 1984, and empathizing skill acquisitions and learning by doing, and the importance of multiple perspectives. This study follow a descriptive research design using a multi-stakeholder approach. A total of 100 respondents was selected through convenience sampling, indicating students, faculty, and industry professionals. Primary data was collected through the structured questionnaire using 5-point Likert scales, and the data analysis was conducted using SPSS and Smart PLS. The reliability of Cronbach alpha is very high, which is 0.899. When we are looking at the mean value of the different variables, curriculum is high, skill development is high, employability is high, more than 4. while the practical training is moderate 3.95 and infrastructure is low as 3.48. This suggests that there is a this indicates the need to improve practical exposures and facilities. Also, the correlate, if we are talking about correlation analysis, shows strong positive relationships with the value 0.763, 0.755 between training and employability. Skills and employabilities are 0.698. So there is a strong relationship between training and skills, training and employability, and skills and employability. This indicates better training leads to improved skills and the employability. So now we are going to discuss the regression results. So practical training influence the employability with high beta 0.456, and skill development also uh, has the high beta, which is influence the employability beta 0.237. However, curriculum shows that this is not significant. So model explained 62% of variance in the employability. This empathize again that the curriculum is not significant. So while we are accessing the data of ANOVA, it shows that curriculum is 0.990, practical trainings p-value is 0.280, infrastructure is 0.646, and skills has the 0.446. So these have the great, this value is greater than 0.05. However, the employability is 0.19. So this indicates that the data which is a curriculum, practical training, infrastructure, and skills have greater than 0.05, so they are not statistically significant. However, employability is significant with the value of 0.19. This indicates a clear gap between educational inputs and actual employability outcomes, highlighting the need for better industry alignment. Structural equations model shows R square value of 0.399, 0.501, 0.567, indicating moderate to strong explanatory powers. Skill development has the strongest impact on the employability. Then following by the practical training, which is 0.241. This highlights that skills are the key driver of employability. While we discuss the key path relationships, so we can see on the slide, skill developments has a strong impact on the employability, which is beta 0.430, which has the strongest impact on the. This also highlights the skills are the key driver of the employability. Extended model findings also states that curriculum improve employability indirectly by skills and training. Here we see curriculum has a weak impact on the directly on the employability. When curriculum is connected with the practical training and skill developments, it has a strong impact. So we are coming to now the discussions parts. The finding highlight that the practical trainings and skill developments strongly influence employability. However, curriculum does not directly impact employability, indicating a gap between theory and industry needs. Industry stakeholders shows comparatively lower satisfaction, reflecting this mismatch. Coming to the implications part, the study has important theoretical, practical, and policy implications. This is just strengthening industry academia collaborations, focusing on experiential learning, and regularly updating curriculum based on the industry needs. Coming to the conclusion parts, in conclusion, there is a clear gap between the academia and industry. The education systems remain theory oriented while the industry demands practical skills. Therefore, shift towards skill-based industry integrated education is essential to improve the employability and the support for sustainable tourism growth. So thank you very much. I hope you will enjoy these presentations. I'm trying to do well, and I hope in coming time I will share with the more videos with the more concise and good manners. Thank you very much.